Good day, and we are the group 2 consisting of Ignacio, Hosol, and Nano. So for today, we will be presenting our activity number 6, which is entitled Diet Prescription, Distribution, and Sample Menu. Based on the activity, it has the given of the followings. First is it is considered or for a female patient that has a height of 5 foot 6 feet, has a weight of 61 kilograms, and is doing light activities. It also has diet prescription of 1,950 kilocalories, has a carbohydrates of 320 grams, protein of 75 grams, and fat of 45 grams. So for the procedure, we identified first who is the subject. So the subject is female and is performing light activities. Letter B is basal needs, which has a formula of 0.9 kilocalories times weight in kilograms times 24 hours. It is equals to 0.9 kilocalories times 61 kilograms times 24 hours and is equals to 1,317.60 kilocalories. Letter C is physical activities, which has a formula of percentage of activity they are doing times basal needs, which is in kilocalories. With this, we used 50% since it was already mentioned that the female patient is doing light activities. It will be then multiplied to 1,317.60 kilocalories and is equal to 658.8 kilocalories. Letter D is total energy allowance or T, which has a formula of basal needs plus physical activities. It has an equal of 1,317.60 kilocalories plus 658.8 kilocalories. That is equals to 1,976.40 kilocalories. Letter E is distribution of T. For carbs, it is based on the 50 to 70%. For protein, it is based on 10 to 15%. And for fat, it is based on 20 to 30%. But since this diet is based on a regular and normal patient, we will be using 65% for carbs, 15% for protein, and 20% for fat. With that, the formula of carbohydrates consists of 65% times T or 0.65 times 1,976.40 kilocalories, that is equals to 1,284.66 kilocalories. Protein has 15% times T, which is equals to 0.15 times 1,976.40 kilocalories and is equals to 296.46 kilocalories. Fat is equals to 20% of T, which is 0.20 times 1,976.40 kilocalories and is equals to 395.28 kilocalories. Letter F is number of grams of chow or carbohydrates, broth or protein, and fats. So the physiologic values of carbohydrates is 4, protein is 4, and fats for 9. So for the carbohydrates, we will be dividing 1,284.66 kilocalories to 4. That is equals to 321.17 grams. For protein, we will be dividing 296.46 kilocalories to 4. That is equals to 74.12 grams. And lastly, fats, 315.28 kilocalories by 9 and is equals to 43.92 grams. So with that, we came up with the diet prescription of 2,000, carbohydrates of 320, protein of 75, and fats for 45. With that, it has a difference of 50 from the original prescription that is given in the activity. But since the given activity is 1,950 kilocalories for energy, C for 320, P for 75, and F for 45. We will be using it for the sample computation of distribution. In the sample computation of distribution, we have 6 tables consisting of food exchanges, number of exchanges, carbohydrates, proteins, and fat that is measured in grams, and energy that is measured in kilocalories. So first is vegetable A as food exchange, which has one number of exchanges. Vegetable B, which has 2 number of exchanges and has an equal of 6 grams of carbohydrates, 2 grams of protein, and 32 kilocalories of energy. For fruits, it has 5 number of exchanges, which has 50 grams of carbohydrates and 200 kilocalories of energy. For milk, we categorize it as whole milk, which has 1 number of exchanges, has 12 grams of carbohydrates, 8 grams of protein, and 10 grams of fat, and has 170 kilocalories of energy. For the sugar, it has 3 number of exchanges, 15 grams of carbohydrates, and has 60 kilocalories of energy. So for the partial summation, we has 83 grams of carbohydrates. It was then will be deducted to the prescribed carbohydrates, which is 320. With that 320 grams minus 83 grams is equals to 237 grams, which then divided to 23 grams, which is a constant value, is equals to 10.3 or 10. That is equivalent to the number of rice exchanges. So for the rice exchanges, we categorize it as medium and has a 10 number of exchanges equals to 230 grams of carbohydrates, 20 grams of protein, and 1,000 kilocalories of energy. It has a partial summation of 30 grams of protein. With that, it will be deducted to the prescribed amount of protein, which is 75 grams minus 30 grams is equals to 45 grams divided by 8 grams, which is a constant value, and is equals to 5.625 or 6, which is equivalent to the number of exchanges of meat. So for the meat exchanges, we decided to categorize it with the 3 categories, which is high fat, medium fat, and low fat. For the high fat, it has 1 number of exchanges, has 8 grams of protein, 10 grams of fat, and 122 kilocalories of energy. Medium fat has 3 number of exchanges, which has 24 grams of protein, 18 grams of fat, and 258 kilocalories of energy. Lastly, low fat has a 2 number of exchanges, which has 16 grams of protein, 2 grams of fat, and 82 kilocalories of energy. With that, it has a partial summation of 40 grams of fat. So this will be deducted to the prescribed amount of fat, which is 45 grams minus 40 grams is equals to 5 grams divided by 5 grams, which is again constant value, is equals to 1, which is the number exchanges of fat. So the number of exchanges of fat is 1, which has 5 grams of carbohydrates and a 20 kilocalories of energy. With that, the total summation of everything consists of 318 grams of carbohydrates, 78 grams of protein, 40 grams of fats, and 1,944 kilocalories of energy.
I am Marga Sassel and I will be discussing the table for the distribution of exchange per meal. So without of getting started with breakfast first, then lay out what kind of meal the person will be having and put the number of exchanges in each food category. So for breakfast, as you can see here, there is 1 vegetable A, 1 fruit, 2 rice, and 1 medium fat meat. For AM snack, we have 1 fruit, 1 sugar, 1 rice. For lunch, 1 vegetable B, 1 sugar, 2 rice, 2 low fat meat, and 1 fat. For PM snack, 1 fruit, 3 rice, 1 medium fat meat. For dinner, 1 vegetable B, 1 fruit, 2 rice, 1 high fat meat, and 1 medium fat meat. Then for midnight snack, 1 fruit, 1 milk, and 1 sugar. Now to reinstate again, there is 1 number of exchanges for vegetable A, 2 for vegetable B, 5 for fruits, 1 whole meat, milk, 3 exchanges of sugar, 10 exchanges of rice, 1 for high fat meat, 3 for medium fat meat, 2 for low fat meat, and 1 exchange of fat.
For our one-day sample menu, in our breakfast, we have prepared a 2 servings of a well-milled boiled rice, together with a smoked bangus that has a medium fat, with steamed okra and an orange juice. For the AM snack, we have prepared binatog, lakatan banana, and a chocolate for the sugar. For the lunch, we have again a 2 servings of a well-milled boiled rice, adobong kangkong with chicken breast and pork liver cooked with butter, and a leche flan. For the PM snack, we have a tuna spread in pandesal, a 2 servings of a brown rice cake, and a lemon juice. For our dinner, we have a 2 servings of a well-milled boiled rice, quailed egg with green peas, so the quail egg has a medium fat, and the green peas will serve as our vegetable. We also have a fertilized egg that is high in fat and a watermelon. For the midnight snack, we have prepared a cow's milk, a pear, and a marshmallow.